Hello everyone, my name is Ciubota. I'm a personal development and mindset coach. Welcome to my podcast episode in collaboration with Passion Vista International Magazine. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about the journey from self-doubt to self-mastery, a path intrinsic to personal development and mindset transcendence. This journey is a path universally traveled, a shared but unique story of growth, learning and self-discovery that each one of us undertakes, of course in different forms and at varied paces. So, without further ado, let's dive into today's topic with the strong belief that we can be the masters of our minds, steering the ship of our thoughts and actions toward the shores of self-confidence and growth. So, let's take a deep breath, open your mind, and let's begin the journey. But before we wind up, let's spend some more time understanding self-doubt and its profound impact on our lives. Self-doubt, in simple terms, is the lack of confidence in oneself and one's abilities. Is that little voice in your head saying, I can't do this, or what if I fail? We've all experienced this at some point, right? But why does self-doubt affect us so much? On one hand, it's because we humans are driven by our intrinsic need to thrive, to accomplish, to be successful. And self-doubt acts as a barrier to this internal drive, bringing along fear of failure and judgment. Further, in today's society with constant comparison being through social media or peer pressure, our self-doubt can quickly escalate the feeling even more. Moreover, our past experiences can feed our doubts too. Let's say if you tripped up before in a public speech, your mind may remind you of that embarrassment, and next time you are on stage, that feeling of doubt could trigger you. And if all these self-doubts go unchecked, it impacts our decision-making, our performance, and most importantly, it impairs our potential for growth. However, recognizing this and facing it head-on can become the spark that ignites our journey towards self-mastery. So you must remember, we are all works in progress. Self-doubt is not the enemy here, but it's an opportunity for you to reflect, reassess, and rise stronger. The key lies in recognizing self-doubt, understanding its origins, and channel it into self-improvement and self-mastery, and that's the silver lining to self-doubt. Now, you may be wondering, how can we initiate this crucial transformation? It's through self-awareness and mindset. Self-awareness is a crucial element when it comes to transitioning from a fixed to a growth mindset. A fixed mindset is when a person believes that their abilities and talents are relatively constant and unchangeable. This mindset can limit growth and development because it discourages one from taking on new challenges that may result in failure. Conversely, a growth mindset is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed over time. Individuals with such a mindset embrace challenges, view failure as an opportunity to learn, and understand the value of effort in achieving mastery. So, how do we transition from one to the other? The first step is developing self-awareness about your current mindset. Recognize the situations that triggers your fixed mindset reactions. It could be a specific task, a certain person, or a particular situation. In these situations, understand your automatic response and think of ways to respond differently moving forward. The second step involves reframing your thought processes. Rather than viewing challenges as insurmountable, see them as an opportunity for growth. Instead of being afraid of failure, embrace errors as a natural aspect of learning. Understand and accept that effort is essential for growth. Finally, persistence is key to maintain a growth mindset. Learning the patterns of a fixed mindset won't occur overnight. It requires constant practice and awareness to change a long-standing belief system. Now, how can we cultivate this growth mindset? One very effective approach is the power of yet. This psychological tool was brought to light by the renewed psychologist Carol Dweck. He encouraged us to add yet to our self-doubting statements. For instance, instead of saying, I can't do this, we could say, I can't do this yet. And this simple tweak helps stimulate our brain neuroplasticity and reinforces our belief in our potential to grow and develop. Now, I've spoke about neuroplasticity. And neuroplasticity, for those of you who doesn't know, it's a concept that made a big impact in neuroscience, and it suggests that our brain is flexible and adaptable. It can forge new connections and pathways, reorganizing itself in response to our experiences and learning. Essentially, every time when we tackle a challenge or gain new knowledge, our brain is evolving and developing. Another powerful technique is visualization. We often underestimate the power of our minds. Strongly visualize yourself successfully achieving the goals you've set. This technique makes it easier for your brain to believe that success is within reach, consequently fueling your motivation and also your confidence. We can also cultivate the growth mindset through self-talk. Self-talk is another useful technique of managing your mind when self-doubt creeps in. Instead of surrendering to your harsh internal critic, speak to yourself like you would speak to your best friend. Frequently repeating to yourself phrases like, "I believe in me," "I've got this," "I can do it," can help strengthen your self-belief and overcome self-doubt. Another approach is to practice gratitude daily. Practicing gratitude is another approach we can integrate into our journey. Taking the time to appreciate what we have learned, and how far we've come reduces our anxious focus on what we haven't achieved. It slowly shifts our perspective, aligning us more with abundance and less with lack. Remember, the climb might be tough and challenging, but the view from the top is always stunning. And that exactly is what makes the journey towards self-mastery so incredibly rewarding. Now, we talked about self-doubt and we've discussed the concept of a growth mindset, but that's only half of the equation. Embracing emotional intelligence is equally crucial on our journey to transition from self-doubt to self-mastery. Emotional intelligence, simply put, is our capacity to understand and manage our emotions, is being able to navigate feelings of self-doubt and turn them into proactive problem solving, is the ability to take these feelings and utilize them positively to make constructive decisions, improve our performance, and foster better relationships. A handy tip to improve emotional intelligence is the STOP technique, STOP. I use this technique every day and I also recommend to all my clients. The acronym stands for STOP, pause for a second, take a deep breath, observe, and then proceed. It's an effective mindfulness exercise to manage overwhelming emotional reactions, pivot towards self-awareness, and channel emotional intelligence into real-world problem solving. Another powerful technique to augment emotional intelligence is the 3W practice. What, why, what now? Once an emotion surfaces, ask yourself, what is the emotion I'm feeling? Following the identification phase and address the why I'm experiencing this particular emotion. And after acknowledging the emotion and understanding its root cause, ask yourself, what now? These steps involve deciding on the best course of action to react positively and effectively to the emotion. Let me sum up the topic in simple words. The journey from self-doubt to self-mastery is a personal one. It's your journey. And the journey is full of trials and triumphs, stumbles and standing tall. And no matter where you are on this path, remember, every step is growth, every stumble a lesson learned, and every triumph is a testament to your resilience. It's necessary to remember, as Ralph Waldo Emerson profoundly said, the only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. To me, this quote is not just words, but a powerful ethos that underlines the essence of self-mastery. It's not about triumphing over others, it's about conquering our inner doubts and apprehensions. It is an affirmation that our destiny is not a predefined path, but a tapestry we weave with our own hands, and each thread representing our decisions and actions. As this episode comes to an end, let's remind ourselves to be patient during this journey. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. Changes take time, and growth is a slow and steady process. And don't forget, the power always lies within you. You are more robust than you think, more capable than you believe, and more extraordinary than you can ever imagine. So, stand tall, believe in yourself, and remember, the only person you are truly competing with is the person you were yesterday. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you at the next episode. Bye-bye.